Kara Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, Dewada, Baba, Baba, Kalkadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone that teach us truth, which I believe through the Spirit is 100% of the truth. I'm your brother Malakama, and it's just doing a lesson today. It's going to be on these false prophets or these hirelings, and it's based off the brother out of GMS Vegas Sit Down. And if you're not subscribed to his channel, definitely check out his channel, man. It has really good content and very edifying lessons. And he did a video I just watched. It was talking about ISUPK. You know, that's another camp that teaches them, us being Hebrew Israelites, and that's probably just the most of it, man. Because the rest of it, that stuff that they teach, man, is actually really pure garbage, man. It's not the truth. And like the brother was saying, I think a lot of these camps, they pretty much taken the bag, They like Judas Iscariot, they took those 30 pieces of silver, And so let me go into this, and I'll go back and tell you more about that, about what he was talking about. Going to go to John chapter 10. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door unto the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. So you got a lot of these false, these false pastors, these guys that's supposed to be in the truth, that they're trying to find another way to get to salvation, man. And really all they're doing is just misleading and purposely, in my belief, to mislead the flock, man. They're doing it on purpose because they're doing the bidding of their master, man, Esau Edom. So go to John the Baptist, John chapter 10, verse 12. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth. And the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep. The hireling fleeth, because he is an hireling, and careth not for the sheep. Verse 14. For I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I am known of mine. As the Father knoweth me, even so now I, the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I lay down my life for the sheep. So these hirelings, man, they pretty much paid. They paid to come out there to give a false preaching, to mislead our people. And they come out there for filthy lucre, man. And a lot of them, even though if they're not getting paid or being psyops or being paid by the oppressor, a lot of them just doing it because of, the gain that they get, maybe for monetary reasons, for women, for money that they receive, from their congregation, for whatever reason, but they're not doing it for the true spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And they're going to be dealt with, man. We don't worry about how they're going to be dealt with, but they're going to be dealt with. But Lord has put them there for a purpose, because they have their purpose. Their purpose is to mislead them. That's who the Lord didn't call, man. The Lord has a special calling, and the sheep is going to hear his voice, man. And we kind of led to this lesson, like the brother was saying in this video, during the time of the C-19 crisis or pandemic. And one thing about GMS, they was constantly warning the people not to go out there and take that jump shot. Once you take that jump shot, ain't no telling what might have been in it, And I know for myself, I warn, people that I know, family members and stuff like that, And I know a few people, real close ones to me, that went and took it, and they no longer here today, man. I had an uncle of mine. He took it, and he had a massive heart attack. Never had any heart condition or heart problems, and he's no longer here today. And a couple of other family members, man. So and so we constantly warned our people. Even though I'm not of a GMS, but I go follow their teaching. And so these other groups, ISUPK, and what's another one? The one ISUPK and IUIC, Israel United in Christ, man. They both were out there telling the people that it was okay to go in and take that jump shot, man. And so they had General Yahanda, who's of ISUPK, and he was going back. He was saying, he's proud for what he did, but pretty much they proud that they led their people into a ambush, man. That's just like you out there in war, and really we are in a war. We're in a spiritual war, and also we're in a physical war too, man. Because they're attacking us physically with these things that they put in our food, and with these pandemics, and with these shots they trying to jump shots they're trying to put in us, man. And so this is definitely a physical war. And anytime you're in a war and you got somebody that's leading you in the war, and if he's been paid by the enemy, he's going to lead you into an ambush. And that's the same thing what these hirelings doing, man. They're leading our people into an ambush. And so much, how much more so, because really the C-19 thing was really, in my view and my vision, I think it's just a precursor to the rolling out of the MOTB. Pretty much like it was a litmus test so they can see how many were going to comply, and what standard of measure they're going to need in this end days to push the majority of our people to take the CHIP. But so that's why we constantly out here warning our people, man. Do not think this man is going to change his ways, man. He is who he is. He has a long history of deceiving our people, using chemical warfare, biological warfare against our people. And like the brother was saying, you go back to the Tuskegee experiment. You go back to how he did Gad. Gave him blankets filled with smallpox. To help wipe out the tribes, to help decimate the tribes that was over here of the Northern Kingdom. They had a syphilis experiment in Guatemala, and many other experiments that we yet to even uncover yet, but they will be revealed in the end, man. So this devil has a long history and track record, and to say that he's going to change his mind under a crisis, that he's going to all of a sudden he's going to look out for our people. Come on, man. And you have to use common sense in this. And these people got to be hirelings, man. They got to be hirelings. And the way that this man was coming out, he was saying he's going to look out for so-called blacks. That's the way the doctor said. I can't even say his name because they're pretty much the algorithm pick it up. But they was telling our people, they said it just like this: you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're going to make sure you get the jump shot first because we care about you. We feel that you've been misrepresented, and we want to make sure that you're not misrepresented in this time. Now, if this is your enemy telling you this, that guy's, that's really going to throw up some red flags, man. It's going to really make you think. Hell, this man been evil all these many years, but now all of a sudden, here near the end, he wants to come to our people, humble down and in a humble spirit, and he wants to look out for our best interests and our health. Hell, we can't even get health care, man. Decent health care. We can't even get decent food, man, in our neighborhoods, man. But all of a sudden, this man want to make sure you first in line to receive this jump shot. So that's where it's going to be, man. When the time of getting that CHIP, man, these hirelings going to be out here. They're going to be promoting this madness, man, on our people, and they're going to be the one leading the way. And you see a lot of these so-called influencers, these stars. They were out there pushing it, and you see some of the results of it going on today, man. Jamie Foxx may be another one. You never know because it could be a psyop, but you see what's been going on, man. You see people every day healthy and that's constantly falling out, and that's got to be you have to put two and two together, man. Let the shit add up. Connect the dots. These people that never had these issues, now all of a sudden you hear all the time people are suddenly dying from massive heart attacks out of nowhere, man. And not to, don't get me wrong, the food has been causing these over the years, but now that this rate that's going on now, man, there's people that's constantly that's um that's falling DOA. So we're gonna go to Isaiah chapter 52, verse 6. Prophet Isaiah chapter 52, verse 6. Isaiah chapter 52, verse 6. Shalakia. Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in the day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I. So the Lord's people are going to know his name. They're going to know his voice. They're going to know what to, his word, man. And if these guys preaching to you to go to trust your enemy and to believe that he's going to take, your best interest, that's not the word of the Lord, man. How, the Lord is against this man and this world, man. So do not be deceived, man, in these last days, because we're in that time, man, where every decision you make, it can be fatal, man. And don't be led into this ambush, man, like sheep led to a slaughter, man. That's what's going to happen to our people if they continue to listen to the Heirlings, man. I'm going to go to 1 John chapter 4, verse 1 through 6. 1 John chapter 4, verse 1 through 6. First John chapter 4, verse 1 through 6. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they be of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh is come in the flesh is of Yahweh. Every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh is come in the flesh is not of Yahweh, and that this is that spirit of Antichrist. Wherefore ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. Is it in the world? Shalakia. Ye are of Yahweh, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of God, Yahweh, and he that knoweth Yahweh heareth us. He that is not of Yahweh heareth not us. Hereby know ye the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And you hear a lot of these hirelings or these pastors in these modern day churches, these TDJs, these several dollars, these people, they are the world, man. They teach a worldly doctrine, man. They teach things that, that appeases the people, man. It don't tell them, it don't hold our people accountable for things that they need to do and how they're supposed to conduct themselves. Basically, they teaching a prosperity type of gospel, and our people love it, man. They love it. They love to have it that way. And that's why they're going to be destroyed in the end, because they're going to reject this truth, man. And this truth is going to require you to be disciplined and carry yourself a certain way, to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, to repent. So you got a lot of these people, man, packed up in these church houses, man. The Lord's going to come back, and they're going to be part of that 2/3, man. That's going to be destroyed. We're going to go to 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Second Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Second Peter's, okay. That was First Peter's. Shalaka. Second Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there are false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring a damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, that bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So when you talk about this truth and you talk about these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, in this day and time, man, they talk about, they make it like it's a bad thing to, to call these things out, to speak against these things that our people are doing these abominations that our people are taking part in. You speak on that, and that's highly looked down upon, and they it's almost to a point now where they're gonna lock you up, behind speaking against these things that the Lord has called, said are lawful, man, are sinful. And through covetousness shall they be framed words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So they're pretty much making merchandise of our people, man. They exploiting our people, always want you to pay some type of tithe, some type of thing, some type of building fund, or even a lot of them, you got to pay for your dinners and all this type of thing, even though you bring the food there to cook in these churches or whatever. It's making merchandise of the church. Same way as it was when Yahushua came, about 2,000 years ago, when he went to the temple, and they was in this, turning into like a market, man, and Yahushua went off, man. It's the same way as it is today. Them same souls are back today doing the same thing, man. And the same 2/3 that was following along back then are back today, and the Lord is setting them up so they're gonna be destroyed and get their judgment during this time, man. Let me hit this verse 20. For if they have escaped the pollutions of this world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua, they are again entangled therein, and overcome. The latter end is worse than them than in the beginning. For you got a lot of hypocrites, a lot of people that's in this truth, and some of them, fell out this truth. And you look at a lot of these groups, man, the guys that started off, and you see a lot of their teachings now, man, they going way out in left field, man, with some of the things that they talking about. Not only IUIC, ICUPK, and what's this other group, Sakari. And I was watching another brother putting a video about them now, talking about something that they trying to give a breakdown on, man. It's way out in left field, man. So when you stray away from this truth, man, you're not doing what the Lord's require you to do, and you're doing it, for whatever reasons, you can you can see, man, the Lord is exposing them for who they are. He's making sure that, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, man, you can see that these guys are going way off, man. Verse 22, but it happened unto them according to the true proverbs. The dog is turned again to his own vomit again, and so after that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. So they going back to their own filth, man. If you not spiritually grounded into this truth, man, the Lord's going to put you back out there again, and you're going to be right back out there where you started from, right back in the mire, right back out there in your own vomit. Going to go to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want. Shalakia. No, that came up. Second Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. Shalakia. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears for the truth, and shall be turned into fables. So a lot of our people, man, they have itchy ears, man. So they like to hear those smooth words, and they're gonna get they're gonna get they're gonna get bewitched, man. They're gonna get enchanted and led to slaughter, man. They're gonna get enchanted into that slaughterhouse, man. That's going to be the end of this world, man. The Lord's return. They're going to be that 2/3 that's going to be decimated right along with the heathen. So we got to be aware, man. We got to be very circumspect of these false teachers out here. If they're not teaching what the Lord has said, the true word of His Lord, man. And we're not supposed to, in any way, supposed to trust our enemy, especially in something they put in your body, man. So we have to be very circumspect in that time. And so we know we're facing these last prophecies. You talking about the MOTB, Jacob's trouble, World War III. So we have to be very circumspect in these times, man. So if you go out here and you listen to these guys, I'm quite sure, because we're facing that time of digital currency where they're going to be rolling out the MOTB. I'm quite sure a lot of these guys are going to be coaching our people to go out there and take that charagma, man. And that's going to be your mark for destruction. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. With that, say shalom on to the next.